Okay. Okay, yesterday that problem was there, no node manager. It is resolved now. I'll tell you what was the issue. These kind of problems you may face on different environments. So I'll show you what was the issue and how actually we resolved it.
Yeah, okay.
Now if you see what I did was, this was the error, right? Node manager native library could not be loaded.
Yeah.
Now what I did, I edited a file, and that file is node manager.properties file. You see?
Yeah. So you took the passwords out?
No, not password. Now problem with this was that, see, when you install WebLogic, you have different platforms, right? Solaris will be there, Linux, or even your Red Hat or Ubuntu or whatever flavor. Now different flavors may have different, different ways of running the JVM process. Okay. Now what happens there? Because your WebLogic runs on JVM only, right?
Yeah.
So what happens, there is a properties file which is there in Oracle, WebLogic server. Name of that properties file is nodemanager.properties file.
So it will be under middleware, Oracle Home, WebLogic server.
Yes, you can see here.
Modules, features. Yeah.
It's there here. You are seeing users.
Yeah.
Base domain, node manager dot domains.
Domain, okay.
Yeah, under this you will have a file dot properties file. This is the path you see. Node manager dot properties file.
Yeah.
Okay. In this file, what I did was, I have disabled native. You see, there is a property called as native version enabled.
Yeah.
I made it false.
Okay.
So here what happened, it is now not communicating with the native, native API of Java. It is communicating with top level, right?
Okay.
And internally it is JVM who is taking care of translating it to native and all. And you see it is running now. It has started. Only one change, and that change was, I just went and changed this native version to false. That's it.
Okay.
And then I started the server, and you see here it is secure socket listener started on port 5556 at this particular localhost. And it is saying native version is enabled, but node manager native library could not be loaded. But you see it's running now.
Okay. So even the library for the node manager is not able to load, but still the node manager will run.
Yes. Now,
so
in order to even remove this warning, what we need to do is, we need to go and we need to set path to our native DLLs in case of Windows. And here it is native scripts. So that also, when we will get the production one from Oracle, probably we'll get that patch also, we'll apply that patch. So this is done by patch.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Let's see. We'll wait for 2-3 more minutes and then probably we'll start.
Yeah. Well, he probably knows all these stuff, initial stuff. That's why he's like.
No, he might be not aware of this.
Yeah, okay.
Because he has not worked on Linux and WebLogic, and so
I have to make notes of these things.
Yeah, this is something whenever you will face problems, right? It should go to your kitty, in the sense to your own book, which you have to maintain, where you will have your own, shortcuts ready.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll wait for 5 minutes and then we'll start.
Okay.
You can have coffee. Yeah, I feel we should start now. Asan, are you there?
Okay.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, I'm here.
Might be stuck somewhere. Now, if you see, in last session, we have seen what all different ways are there. One is your admin console, and second one is scripting that we saw. And there is something where you have to put all your efforts for coming week once you have done installation, whether it is on Windows or on any other platform. You have to put your effort and you have to see what all commands are there, because you have seen huge number of commands there, right? You see?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
all
that's what I need to.
your toolkit. So you need to go and see what all commands are there which are frequently used in your work, and create a toolkit of your own. See various improvisations that you can do in that command. See various options which are there that you can actually use for that command, right?
Okay.
So there actually lies the secret, where you have to go and explore all these to a certain extent.
Okay.
Right? Now, we have two types of servers we have. In one, we categorize that admin server. Now, responsibility of admin server is to provide administrative capabilities over the domain to administrators. That's what is objective of admin server, right?
Yeah.
We have seen yesterday JConsole. There also your JConsole actually communicated to your admin console, and admin console provided what all objects are there, MBIN objects are there which can be used in order to further go and administrate, right? So you have three different ways now. One is admin console. Second one is by using WLS prompt, and third one is by using JMX, and all of them actually send their requests to admin server. So whatever administrative activity you want to do, whether it is deployment or adding extra nodes to it, or adding extra machines, adding extra servers, setting up the cluster, and deploying applications, all those will be done by admin server. Now you can even deploy your applications on admin server, but it is not good practice. This is the reason why admin server is kept separate. Responsibility is only to administrate, and your applications goes on managed servers, right?
Yeah.
Fine. So we are going to see now how actually we can work with managed server now, right? Yesterday we have already created two managed servers. If you see here, managed server 1 and managed server 2. These two we have already created. We have not started it. Let's go and try starting it. For that, I'll just select the server, go to control, select the server, and just go and start it.
Yeah.
Right, now it says that managed server does not have a machine associated with it. It means that we have to provide a machine to it, right? In case of WebLogic, you have to associate your server with a machine. So I feel yesterday we have not created a machine or what. We'll just go here. I'll go to machines. I believe that we have created a machine called machine 0. I will associate it. I'll go to server, manage server, and here I get this machine here. Right? Now, different app servers will have different ways of doing it. Here it says that your server must be associated with some machine. And machine is what? It's a logical representation of some box which may run in your network. Right? As of now, this machine is there on the same box. Right? It's there on the same machine or on the same box where you have admin server installed. So I have selected this now. I have to ensure. Yeah.
So if I have a managed server running on a different machine, I have to add that name in there.
Yes, you have to add a machine, and you have to specify.
Yeah, got it.
The IP. Okay.
Yeah.
You see here, listen address. Here it is localhost.
Yeah.
Right. Fine. So we'll just go now to the server. I have saved it. It says that no restarts are required. And I'll go here. I'll select this. I have to start it. I'm more comfortable actually using command line. So I'll just go select it, and then we'll try to start it.
So in previous versions, you can start, oh yeah, he can do it up here, all server at once, shut down.
Yeah, you can. You see a request has been sent to the node manager. So you see, even if you have managed server on the same machine, still it needs node manager, right?
Yeah.
The communication between admin server and node and your managed servers, irrespective of where they are, right? It is only done through what? Node manager. Fine. So if you have 10 different machines and you want on all 10 different machines to have managed server, on all machines what you need to have? Node managers. Okay. Your admin server will communicate, or they will communicate to admin server using what? Node manager. So node manager is the negotiator.
Is this something in a newer version or old version?
Old version also, Hassan. In 11 also this was the case.
Yeah, in 9.2 it's not that case? 9.3?
No, in 9.2 also it was there. In 8 it was not there.
Okay. Yeah, because in my environment I don't have node manager. That's why I'm confused.
It might be there. It might be there. But you might be not actually, you might have not visualized or something.
I will check that to Monday.
Yeah, you check it tomorrow. Node manager service, if it is down, then it will not start. Your server will not be able to communicate.
Yeah, okay.
It is still in progress. It takes some time.
Yeah.
Right, but this is how actually you will be creating managed servers using admin console, right? And then you can have lots of configurations that you can do. For example, I'll just go here, and if you see, you can go and configure various type of services which are there. And here I wanted to know, Hassan, that what all services are there in your environment so that we can focus more on that. Then you have
so they don't have SSL right now. Also a demo, so they want to go ahead and change the certification to the secure,
Okay.
And change the ports on the, make it more secure HTTPS console.
HTTPS, okay.
Yeah.
Fine.
So.
Okay, fine. So, right, we will see all that, though it is part of coverage as well, so I don't feel anything will be left. But still, I wanted to ensure that it's not skipped, whatever is important. It is still starting. It takes some time. Let it start. There is no problem. We are not dependent on this server as of now. It's okay. So it's clear, right? What is role of node manager?
Yeah.
And this is how you will create.
Yeah.
Fine. So we'll come here, and now we can have a discussion because you have seen. So configure manage server using administrative console, that we have seen. Then configure manage server using WebLogic scripting tool. So for WebLogic scripting tool, you will have some method, some function, let me say, which will help you to actually create managed servers also. Create in the sense, have a new managed server, right? So you can use online commands, right?
Yeah.
Because you will be able to create server offline, but when you go and want to start server, you have to be in online. You have to ensure that your admin server is running, right? So there are commands which will be used in that will help you actually to create server and then finally go and start the server, right? But you need to ensure that you are connected, right? When you are trying to do any runtime activity.
Yeah, I see that MM node manager scripts. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Like start node manager is there.
Yeah.
Then start server is there. And when you go offline, if you want to see offline commands,
so you have to type the whole thing, help and.
Yeah. No, this is just to see like how actually you will be creating servers and all. Okay. You see, create is there, right?
Yeah.
Create domain.
Yeah.
Right. So you will have here servers or functions that will help you to actually manipulate. It's fine. We'll move forward. Then start manage servers using admin console and script. Shut down a server or entire domain using WSCT or administrative console. Configure manage server on computers which is different from administration server. It means which is not there on your machine from where you are administrating. And then explain administration and manage server independence, how they are independent. It's because they are independent because administration server will just have administrative activities, but when it comes to manage server, they are meant for applications. All your applications will be there, will reside on that. Okay?
Yeah.
That's what we have to.
Let me ask you one quick question. You know, once we built a test environment, right?
Yeah.
And everything works fine on it, so we can migrate the entire test environment. Similarly, take that and migrate it for the production or not?
You can. Only difference between test environment and you say your production environment is capability of the existing architecture. It may be less, capability may be less as compared to production.
Okay.
In production, you will have the required memory and all will be more as per production requirement. Otherwise, when it comes to whether it is development environment, then test environment, then QA environment, you need to simulate similar architectures.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. Has to be very exact same thing or close together.
It has to be same, but only thing is capacity can be less because you cannot again use same level of resources when you go with, you say production, you say QA or testing, right? You will have a miniature. You will have, for example, in production you may have 50 managed servers, but in test environment you will have 2 managed servers.
Okay.
Okay, and test specification will be created, and then your architect will actually suggest how many managed server are enough to complete all type of testing, whether it is functional testing or non-functional testing. When we talk about non-functional testing, you know, it is performance, right? Load. Then what happens in case if one node is down, how actually system is responding, what is the throughput, right? And then they have some kind of matrix, some kind of priorities, some kind of, you say, ratios, that if load is 10,000 with this particular CPU, these many number of V cores, this is what is the RAM, this is what is the this is what is the throughput, right? So they will try to get a formula so that they can decide that on X amount of load, right, with these many applications, what actually will be the required, you say, production boxes. Fine, so we'll move. I'm audible, right, Hassan?
Yeah, I can hear
Thanks. So these are the activities that you will be doing as an administrator when it comes to manage servers. So before you go and do this, today, post session or whenever you are free, try to create a list of your own commands which are applicable on managed servers, right? This way actually we'll have a toolkit, or you can say a cheat sheet of our own, which will help us to administrate further. So we have to go and task by task we have to create our cheat sheets, right? Configure manage server starting and stopping. You see here, I have shown you this server, go to new, then 3, right? You can go and you can create. Now if you see, this is how you will create a server with WLST. Server 1 equal to create, right?
Yeah.
Fine, but before you go here, you see what you are doing. You are in edit mode, right? When you do this edit, lock is applied, and then you start edit, create the server, get the name, ensure that server is part of your domain now, save it, activate it, and then stop edit. You got it, right?
Yeah.
Fine.
So this is how you start Java WebLogic .wlst. So that's your starting command.
Yes, this is one of the ways. Otherwise, we can go and start it with .sh also, right?
Oh, okay, yeah, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you connect.
Yeah.
After connecting, go to the servers directory, which contains your servers. Edit.
So this port number, the port number, what we will give to that console.
You will give P3://localhost:7001, whatever is port of your WebLogic admin server.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, all right, I got it.
Okay, for our WebLogic, it is this 7001 is what is the port for us. Okay.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, fine. So this is how actually you will be actually creating a server, right?
Yeah, once I get that box, the one you gave me, I will create a lot of stuff.
You have that box, right?
I have the box, but I cannot do that right now on it, right? There's no Java on it, right?
Okay, that key you are waiting for. But on Windows also you can do actually. It's fine.
Yeah, but my machine is not good, so I cannot do it.
Okay. So what I'll do today is Sunday here. I will prepare it. I will ensure that I'm getting the keys from them. And then probably I will mail you once it is ready. Or I'll ping you on Skype.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay.
Fine. So server 1, this is how you will be creating a managed server. Starting managed server, simple. Just go to your domain directory bin, you will have start managed server. Now if you have multiple managed server, then obviously you have to specify name of the managed server that you want to start. Okay. You can also start your server by using WebLogic.server, or you can start it using WebLogic scripting tool, but ensure that node manager is also running. Okay. Other thing that you have to see is, you see it requires node manager or all machine SN. This is very important. And one of the tasks which will be critical for you is, assume that you have 3 boxes. One is Windows, other one is Linux, third one is Solaris, fourth one is AIX. And all 4 of them you have installed, you want to have your managed server on all these 4 different operating systems. Okay. So there, when you go and install node manager, right, you have to ensure that you are manipulating it properly so that it is compatible with each other, and node manager have been started on all, right? So some challenges you will face when you will start node manager on multi platforms. That's what is only there, right? Once node managers are running, there will be no issue.
Okay.
So one of the common problems that I have seen people facing is node manager is not in sync, node manager not started. Other thing that you need to understand here is, assume that you have one server in US and another server you want to be there in Karachi or somewhere, right? So what happens there? Distance between these 2 servers will be more than 4 hours, right?
Yeah.
You cannot do that. Distance between 2 servers, if you want them to be part of the same cluster, should not be more than 4 hours. If it is more than 4 hours, you cannot make it part of your cluster.
Okay.
Right? So even if physically it is located somewhere, you have to go and you have to ensure that time zone and all that you are setting is pretty safe.
Okay. So that way it will not even do within United States some places, I mean, because the time zone is different. Yeah. Okay. That's a good point actually.
Okay. So now this is what is there. Requires node manager on each machine. If you see your node manager, it may require additional configuration like username, password, listen port, security type versus SSL. So all this we will see once we move forward. Now you see, this is how you will start node manage server. Right, you are passing here name, and then you are passing here admin servers. Now this admin server is your admin server, okay? It's optional actually, you need not specify.
Yeah.
Assume that you have 4 or 5.
Are you on a different screen?
Yeah, I'm there on starting a manage server using start manage.
I'm not seeing it. Okay. All right. I'll come.
Now, are you able to see?
No,
starting a manage server?
Yeah, I'm on starting the manage server on that now. Yeah, now I can see it.
Okay, fine. So you see here, it goes, we are going to our domain bin. In that you have start manage server. Now please understand, http://myadmin server 7003 is optional. It's not necessary. This will come into picture if you have more than one domain and you want to start this managed server as part of one of the domains. So it's not necessary that you should pass this. Okay? Only start managed server followed by the name is enough. Then your admin server will ask you, tell me user ID and password before I federate it or before I start it. You will enter user ID and password, and then finally your managed server will change to running state.
Yeah.
Okay. This is how you'll start. You can use command line using Java WebLogic.server also. So there are different ways. First you set env and then just go and write Java WebLogic server, and you pass here manage server name and then management server URL admin. So this is optional here again. Only manage server name will do. That's fine. So this is using Java. Right. So there are different ways in which actually you can start.
Okay.
Right. This is how you'll start using administrative console.
Yes. Yeah, I'm okay on these things. You know, starting, stopping managed servers on console or command line.
Okay, fine. So this is fine with you. Shutting down the server, I need not tell you. If you can start, you can shut down, right?
Yeah, I know that.
And there are two different types of shutdown. You have to be careful. One is graceful shutdown, and second one is immediate shutdown.
Okay. Yeah, I'm familiar with both. Yeah.
So interrupted shutdown will immediately close all the threads where users will start getting not available kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
Graceful, it will ensure that whatever requests have been made, at least they are processed.
Yeah, it will complete it, then it will shut down.
Yes, like when work completes. So this is graceful.
Yeah.
To shut down domain, connect to the admin server, obtain a list of servers you see, and then shut down each one of them. This is by using your command.
WLST?
Yes. Now the minute you shut down admin servers, you cannot do anything. Again, you have to start admin server, then only you'll be able to do.
Yeah.
Then comes this boot.properties file, which is very important. You can have this, which helps you to actually collect or keep booting information or update booting information with whatever you want. So if you see creating a boot identity file, I mean, before you start up, it will prompt you for user ID and password. So you can go and create a file called boot.properties. In what? Domain name, server name, security. If you see here.
Domain name, server name, security.
Yeah. So I'll just go here. If you see. I don't want to go too deep. Just searching for something there. So let's go here to domain server and obviously I'll go to user project. All domains are there in user project. And now here if you see we have a folder called as servers. And for each server it has created. We have here manage server 1. So we can go to manage server 1. We can do ls. Now this is the place where actually they are saying create a boot.properties file in security. So I'll go to security. So it will ensure that at boot up, it will ask user ID and password. Okay. Or it will pass that user ID and password instead of you passing, because assume that you have 100 of servers, right? Or for each server, you have to go and intervene and you have to enter user ID and password, right? In order to ensure that that can be avoided, you can go ahead with this.
Okay, and then I say there's a security directory in every folder actually.
Yeah, it will be.
Each security will be for that area, so they all contain the same password, right?
Yes, you can maintain. You have to maintain the same password.
And then the each security gonna have each area have its own boot.property file in it.
Yes, obviously yes. That's what is objective.
Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, because it was there and then there. Okay. Yeah, so that's for the base domain, and then that's a separate one for the server. So if the domain having problem, we have to go look at that property. If the server is having problem, we have to look at the property in there.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, fine. So first time you start the server reads the boot identity file and override it with an encrypted version of username and password. Thereafter, server remembers the credentials on subsequent startup cycles. So you need not actually bother about specifying the user ID and password every time you go and start, right? No one can encrypt it, because first time when it will go and start, it will ensure that it is encrypting the password. Okay?
Okay.
So again, if you need a different one, right, then you have to delete this file, stop the domain, and then specify again.
Okay.
Monitoring all servers. This is something which we will talk about in detail, because we need to understand what all metrics are there which are important from monitoring perspective, and what is impact of those metrics on your overall experience of user when it comes to applications. You can customize the view. This is not very important. Being administrator, you can go and you can customize the view, filter by, all this can be done. This is just MS Word or Excel tasks that they are doing here, right? They are selecting what all are the privileges, or you can say preferences, which they will like to see here, right?
Yeah.
And they are
I know that.
Yeah. Now monitoring individual servers. You can go to your server, select monitoring, and see health, channel, performance, thread, timers. Now here, as an administrator, what we need to be capable of is generating thread dumps and then doing thread and dump analysis, right? Similarly, memory dump or heap dump, you say, or you say trace dumps. So there are different type of dumps which actually you need to capture, and then you need to do analysis. That is called as thread dump analysis. Right? So thread dump analysis, memory analysis, these are important tasks which you will be doing. I don't feel that most of the time you will come even to this channel, health, thread, and timers. Right? It's all dumps you will take, and you will keep a monitoring tool which will actually keep on reporting you. And we can have monitoring systems like Gangula and all, which will even mail you depending on thresholds when they are reached, or whenever your system starts behaving critical.
Yeah. So now I know how to do thread dumps and stuff on this area. I just need to understand.
Which tool you use?
I have never used any analyze tool. That's something we used to send it to developers, but here I don't have anything. So I like to, probably I heard that, what is it, that Samurai tool is pretty good to use?
Yeah, there are many tools actually. Gangula is there, then you have Samurai also, but I'm talking about open sources because they are free.
Okay.
So Gangula is there, then Nagios is there, then even you can use JMeter. There are various tools which are there.
Yeah, I need to learn that, how to
I'll tell you.
read that.
I'll tell you, there are many tools which are there now today.
Cool.
Right, so this is what you can do. Enable automated start using boot.properties file. You need not go, because only one thing is there that you have to do. Create this file and start the service. When you will start, it will not ask you the credentials.
isn't this file created automatically with that file, or you have to create it?
No, you have to create it actually. In case if it is not there on some platform, because some platform may not have that privilege of creating file with using routines or using scripts. So you have to go and check. Like we have checked. In our case, it's not there, right? You see, we are there in security. I am doing LS. We don't have. Sorry.
Okay. So here you have to create it.
Yes, we have to create.
Okay.
Right.
Oh, okay. So you cannot just VI create a file name with that property and put in the username and password and just save it.
Yes. This is what is the sequence which you will be doing. This one.
Okay. All right. So if so when we're gonna start the server, it will give us that error that credential is not found or something like that.
No, it will automatically take the cursor. See, the first time you start the server reads the boot identity file and override it with an encrypted version. Thereafter, the server remembers the credential for subsequent startup cycles.
Okay.
So first time it will read, and once it has encrypted, it will keep it in internal session. Because you know, WebLogic internally have a database as well, where it maintains its persistent logs. So actually it will log it. Next time onwards when you will start, it will automatically start without asking you credentials.
Okay.
That's what is objective of boot.identity file. Fine, now comes remote managed server. Now when it comes to remote managed server, it is all done by using, communication is actually enabled by using node manager, right? So if you see creating a managed server on a remote computer, you have to install WebLogic server on both computers, right? It means normal installation you have to do, domain you may not create, right? Create a managed server using administrative console, create a managed server template using pack, then create a managed server on remote computer using unpack. Then start the remote managed server. So what you are doing on computer one, you are going to your Fusion middleware home, domain directory, admin server, right? And then you are creating a managed server using administrative console that we have seen how to create it. Once you create, you will create a managed server template using pack. Create a managed server on a remote using unpack and then start. So you pack and then unpack. So what it does, it transfers this file from here to here. It's like you are zipping it and you are unzipping it on computer 2.
Okay.
Right.
So
this is how actually create. You see?
So how do you? Or there's a command for it to pack dash.
Yeah, you can see now. I have changed it.
Okay.
You have pack, manage true, specify domain, specify template that you have created, and then template name.
Okay.
And this template and all you can create from here as well. From here.
Also, it's going to be the script under bin that has to be edited.
No, these are the commands that you are using, right? These are not the scripts. I'll go once. These are commands. Where you are using it? You are using it once you are there in WLST script, right?
Let me see, make it bigger. Oh, okay. So you're in a WLST.
Yeah, once you are there here, these commands will be used here.
Yeah, okay.
One second, I'll go to. This is fine. This is fine. Managed server is running here. And I'll go and I'll see this. Probably it's. come out. It's there in commons.
What are you looking for?
I'm looking for that script.
Oh, yeah, okay. Because I cannot see what you're typing. That's why I was like.
Oh. I was looking for now. I feel you are able to see now, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll clear screen. I think it went down there. I was looking for this.
WLST dataset. Okay. Yeah. To start the WST script.
Yeah, so you can start it in this way. And whatever commands are there, right? Pack, unpack, all that you can write here. Or you can write even at command prompt. But only thing is be in the path.
Yeah. CD WebLogic home command bin.
Yeah. Go there and do that. Otherwise, you can directly create like we have created, placing the machine there. All this will not be required then. Okay, so on one computer, which is administration server, you will do this. Go to home bin and then use pack. Manage true, pass the domain, right? And you know domains directly. In our case, it is base domain.
Yeah.
And template, my domain manage.jar. Whatever is name, right? It will create a template with that. Then template name, my manage server domain. And then on computer 2, you are just going there and unpacking.
So in our case, it's going to be template name equals to base domain. That's it.
Yeah.
And template home WebLogic. So that's going to be my domain.
Base domain.
Base domain
manage jar or whatever is created. When you create server, you have to create this. So you are creating actually. Packing means you are using these templates.
Yeah. And then down there you just do the common bin and unpack, and you give the
specify the same domain, right? The same domain.
Yeah, and just a template.
Same template.
Okay. So what is the only thing you're not doing here is the last one on top, my managed server domain.
Yes. Yeah, this is not required.
Okay.
Pack means you are creating a package. So you give name there.
Okay.
Fine. Now manage server independence. By default, managed servers can function independently. They are not dependent on administration servers.
Yes.
A managed server instance can start in MSI mode if the administration server is unavailable. It means in case if administrator server is down, still your managed server will not stop serving users.
Yeah.
Okay. But what you have to do is you have to go and configure MSI mode from administrative console. Right? So if you want more robustness, you can probably go and enable it. That in case if administrative server is down, still your managed server should at least facilitate those users who are connected to your application.
So I thought it is already doing it, but how do I say this question?
No, it is already doing in the sense if you stop administrative console machine.
Yeah, let's say if admin server got hung, so managed server will service the request coming in, right?
Yes, it will service.
Yeah, till they need to update some files from the admin server and they try to go to admin server and they're not reachable, so that
yeah, but Ehsan, one issue will be there. See, when it comes to managed server, sometimes you will have two applications or cluster which will be deployed in those two. So there, in order to keep your machines or your managed servers in sync,
Mm-hmm.
you may need administrative servers role.
Okay.
Right. So in those cases, if MSI is not enabled, you'll get lots of issues there in case if one is down, session management becomes problem.
Okay. So MSI has to be enabled.
Yes.
Okay.
Right. So ensure that managed servers root directory contains config subdirectory. If it is not there, copy it from the administrative servers root directory. You are seeing, right? So that
Yes.
in case if it has to communicate with others, it can communicate because it will have entire config information which you are copying from administrative server. So when we say
Okay.
that make the managed server independent so that even if administrative server is down, you are able to connect to that server and you are able to do the task.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Now you can start the managed server.
So this has to be done by the MSI enable has to be done on a console, or
you can do it from console because here most of the things are what? You are copying this, right? Copy it from administrative server. So copy can be done from wherever. Like you will just enable, before you enable, you need to ensure that these are the directories which are present in your managed servers also.
So yeah, I'm trying to picture it. I have to be a visual about it. So so the config file you're saying about here, this config file is actually config file.xml, or
it is directory.
It's a directory. Okay, yeah, the config directory. In config directory, what we have to have?
Entire config directory need to be copied.
Okay, the entire config directory.
Yes. Now that config directory will have configuration related to various things which need to be known to your managed server now.
So the config directory has to be copied from where? From admin?
From admin.
Okay. So the complete config directory has to be copied to the managed server.
Yes.
Okay.
If you want managed server to be smart.
Okay.
If you see, I'll go here.
Yeah, I have to physically see it so then I understand faster.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Now you see you have config directory here.
Okay, yeah. So
Or I'll go to servers.
So the managed server we built, so we just...
See here you have admin server. I'll go to this. Now this config is common for entire domain.
Yeah.
Now admin server will have its own config, I believe. No. So this is what you have to copy, this config.
Okay, copy this config and...
On other box, because they are there on other box, right?
Or if the managed server is on a separate server,
yes.
Then if it's not on a separate server, then it's okay.
It's okay then. Because it's there on the same box, it's the same product file, so it will get it.
Okay. All right. So I got it. So if we're talking about our environment that we have two managed server, three servers, and admin server on a one server, and two managed server on A, B, and C.
Yeah.
So then the config file from the admin has to be on B and C as well. Yes. Under the managed servers.
Yes, if you want managed server independent, so that it is not dependent on administrative server for certain activities.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Now I got it. Actually, when you're talking, I'm going through the environments that I have previously worked, and I'm working in this. So I have, like, Comcast was huge.
Yeah.
250 managed servers and stuff like that. And this one
it's going to grow in your environment also, I feel, because 2 servers are too less when...
Yeah, so that's what I'm trying to get understand so I can build my own environments, because what right now I see here is totally against the policies. Applications are running on admin server, no clusters, no clusters, no node managers. It makes job hard.
Okay. We can do a POC. Like what you can do is you can plan your architecture and we can do POC together on 2-3 boxes.
Yeah.
That will make your task easy, I feel.
Yeah. Yeah, that will be, yes.
Yeah. So you just let me know what is your architecture and we can do POC together of that.
Okay. I will make that on Tuesday or something.
Yeah. Okay. Now this is how actually booting happens. If administration server is unavailable at boot time, the managed server will search for config.xml, then this dot file and this boot.properties, which is optional. Each managed server looks in its own local config directory for config.xml.
Okay.
Right. You cannot change the configuration of managed server that is running in MSI mode until it restores communication with the administration server. So it ensures that you are not able to change the configuration config.xml until and unless it is not again talking back to the administration server. So because of some reason, if administration server is down, you can quickly move to MSI mode so that your managed server can take care of administration or can be administrated, because if config.xml file is not there in the box where your server is running, right, it becomes difficult. So you copy this config.xml file, you will be able to work out on the server. Meanwhile, when your administrative server comes up, it starts communicating back to it, right? And it ensures that you cannot change the configuration.
Okay.
Right. Now, when the administrative server is down, go down without affecting the operation. We restarted when the managed server are still running. That may create chaos. Now, when an administration server goes down, the domain log entries are unavailable. Managed server can start in independent mode. The administration console and the management tools are unavailable. Obviously, WebLogic SNMP agent may become unavailable in case if you are using SNMP protocol. So these are the impact of administrative server being down.
Yeah.
You can run multiple WLS instances on the same box also. What happens here, each one of them now you can assign a different middleware home, a different IP and different port. This can be used actually for doing POCs on a single box, or you say exploiting or using.
So in my test environment, I can replicate the entire new domain under a new WLS.
Yes,
and I can test. Then I can test it that mine is working better than what they have already.
Yes.
Ooh, okay. I will try that. That's a good idea.
No, quiz is not important. So this is what you can.
Creating and deleting managed server.
Starting and stopping managed server, monitoring managed server. So Ehsan, what you do, you prepare your architecture, right? And what I'll do is, I will see that now environment is up for you. Probably today is Sunday, so I can sit and work on it.
Then let's start it already.
Catch up together when we have the architecture also ready. I feel you will have 2-3 days of time now. I do have an architecture which I will share with you. Okay. 1 sec.
Yeah, I have never done it, so I have to learn how to do these things.
Yeah, just show you some of them which I have. I think one is enough for this. Yes, and I'm sharing one document with you. don't share it with anyone else because this is something which is
No.
confidential.
Yeah. No, you should trust me on that. I am working for a U.S. government company. I know how it is.
So
They have all the information for NASA and building rockets and all those things. They check our car and bags every other day.
oh my God. They don't have faith on others. I think outside
No,
is like
people store. I cannot even plug in USB in my laptops or my phone to charge. Nothing. You cannot do anything.
So this is what is there, Ashan. This is how we'll build. System technical requirements, technical architecture view, network security requirement, and finally we have to come up with these kind of diagrams.
Okay.
Okay, so I will share it with you. In the sense, I'm going to share right away with you within your Gmail so that you can access. This is rack, storage, and data architecture. All this is there.
So you did all this work, huh?
Yeah, I have done all this, and in the sense, I was the main one who used to get question, and then I used to answer them, and I actually simulated the build.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so what I'll do, I'll share it with you. To what ID you want me to share? Because
that Google. Because I keep all my important stuff with the Google.
Yeah, so which one? This one, right?
Yeah, 7840. Yeah. So it'll help me understand how architects should be built, what requirements and everything.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Okay. So when you come to California too, right?
Yeah, I come frequently.
Well, next time you come here, you let me know because I'm only an hour and a half away from your office, I think.
Okay. I know I'll meet you once I come there. I think it is all shared with you now.
Okay.
So I was searching for the zip file which I have. This architect's document also I'm sharing it with you so that you can go through it. It's a big document, but I feel it's fine. I'll refer to that. So.
Okay.
Okay, it's shared now. I'll see what else we can share. So I have.
No, that should be plenty.
Everything.
That should be plenty, I think.
Yeah.
You're gonna make me read. I hate reading. I'm a visual guy.
Yeah, but sometimes we have to go through all this also because we need to meet how actually things are depicted at their environment.
Yeah, I know.
This is what is one of the documents. Okay, I have shared you one. I feel that is plenty, and then we will do some POCs and all. And whenever you get project and if you want me to be part of it, we can go ahead and we can do it anytime. We have to just replace this WebSphere application server with WebLogic server. That's it. This becomes a new POC for us.
Oh, okay.
And any application will have this.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Okay, take rest now.
All right. So, short class today. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you, sir.